the Kyrie 6. Let's check them out. What's going on YouTube? It's RJP back with a brand new review video, and today we're going to be doing a performance review on these guys right here. This is the Nike Kyrie 6 in the jet black colorway. So if you guys don't know this, I do write basketball performance reviews for Sneakers Detroit website. I will leave their website as well as their Instagram in the description box below. And basically what I've decided to do is maybe just occasionally, or it could be as frequently as every single sneaker that I write a performance review on, I'm going to actually start doing video performance reviews as well. I have done some in the past, but it has been a little bit of time since I did an actual video performance review, and I said I basically wanted to start back with these guys on doing a video performance review on the Kyrie 6. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm going to talk about the traction first. I will say that the traction to me overall is probably the strongest point of the actual shoe and probably my favorite part overall on the Kyrie, but you know, in most instances, I don't really know any Kyrie model that the traction isn't that great on. I mean, there is some that are obviously weaker than others, but at the same time, for the most part, Kyries usually do have a really good traction setup or traction pattern that works pretty much well inside or outside indoor or outdoor courts. And on these, I will say whether the court, for whatever reason, the gym that I normally play at is usually really clean, has a really good floor, but for whatever reason here recently, it's been very, very dusty. And when a court is obviously dusty, you need a great traction setup. And I will say that these perform very, very well on a dusty court, and that obviously helped me to perform better personally in these actual sneakers. So we'll jump on and talk about the cushion a little bit. These do feature Air Zoom Turbo, and I will say this, that with the Kyrie 6, normally with, well, let me say this first. Normally with Kyrie models overall, they don't have, I would say, the most cushion. You know, if you're looking for a super cushion shoe, you're probably going to go with a LeBron model overall. So Kyries obviously give you a lot more court feel normally, but I will say with the Nike Air Zoom Turbo, you do have a little more cushion to me personally. That's normally in most Kyrie models. So these are going to be a little more plush than normal. I'm not going to say that it's overly anything like the KD12, for example, with the Zoom Struggle board, but at the same time, it does give you a little bit more cushion than normal, I would say, in most Kyrie models. And it's something that I do appreciate. I will say this, I've always enjoyed the court feel overall. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that at the end of 2019, I basically posted the Jordan 34s and the KD12s as pretty much my favorite performance models that did release in 2019. At the same time, I usually prefer court feel, but the KD12s were so comfortable, and I love the struggle board in the KD12 that the cushion basically was probably overall my favorite part of the KD12. And normally, as I said, I do prefer court feel. So I'm more of a Kyrie guy. I have always liked playing in Kyries, but at the same time, I do love playing in LeBron, so to speak, as well. Normally the cushion setup, but the 17s, I don't really care for playing in the LeBron 17s that much. And I do have a review on the LeBron 17s. I also have a written review on the KD12s as well that you can obviously check out on Sneakers Detroit website. And let me know in the comment section below if you would like actual video performance reviews on, say, the LeBron 17 as well as the KD12 and any of the other Jordan 34, any of the other sneakers that I have written performance reviews on. If you want a video made on those, just let me know in the comment section below. But back to these guys, as I said, the cushion setup is fairly good. As I said, if you are looking for a sneaker with cushion, I would say that this one is definitely going to be something that you will enjoy if you also want some court feel as well. But something that if in the past you're like, I don't really like Kyries because they don't have a lot of cushion, you may actually enjoy this model a little bit better because it is a little more plush than most Kyries are. So let's go ahead and talk about the strap. So the strap for me, I don't mind straps on performance sneakers really at all, especially if they are useful. And on the Kyrie 6, I will say that this is probably not the most useful strap performance-wise, because I found myself trying to maybe, you know, tighten the forefoot area a little bit. And don't get me wrong, like, you can definitely pull it tight and you're going to feel it up here, but it's not something that's just an overly tight feature or makes your sneaker just super, super snug. I will say this on the fit of these, they are overall a little bit snug to begin with. So this is not really going to make a huge difference because you're already in a snug sneaker, so to speak. So I do feel like that this is a cool hint or detail on the shoe aesthetically or from a look standpoint, but if you want to talk about strictly a performance standpoint, I don't feel like the strap was super needed on this actual pair of Kyrie's. So let's just talk about the shoe aesthetically or the look of it. I will say this personally, when I saw the Kyrie 6 images or initial images, I wasn't that hyped up about the shoe. I thought that it wasn't going to be that great of an actual sneaker. So pairs started to drop or come out, and I was like, I actually kind of really like how those look. And you know, they've been compared to the Nike Yeezy. They actually had the Nike ID pairs where they almost looked somewhat similar or almost identical to the Nike Yeezy. And don't get me wrong, that's awesome. Like, I think that it's a really cool looking shoe. I've always liked the Nike Yeezy, but at the same time, that's not really why I'm saying that I really like these. I just in hand actually really like how the shoe came out and looked overall. I at this time own 3 pairs of the Kyrie 6. I have the Enlightenment pair as well as the Concepts pair that just came out. And as I said, it's just a good looking sneaker overall to me. So aesthetically, I do really like actually how they look after having them in hand. But next, let's talk about the materials. And basically what I want to go over with you about the materials is going to be something, well, we'll get to that in just a second. So overall on the materials, I really liked this pair, and the reason is performance-wise for the leather on the collar area. You basically in the toe box area have almost like a synthetic type mesh. I don't even want to call it a knit, but it's more of like, as I said, a synthetic type mesh type material. And it breathes well, it works well, it does its job well. There's nothing really bad to say about this material. I do like that it's black because I do feel that it's something that could get very dirty if stepped on. So this colorway definitely works well for me actually on the court. So let's go ahead and talk about this collar area. Now, if you guys actually follow the channel or are subscribed, I do have an initial unboxing on this pair as well as the Kyrie 6 Enlightenment. And I basically went over with you guys that I wanted to keep this pair to play in, or you know, obviously use for performance wear. And this pair I didn't want to wear performance wise because I don't really like this collar or ankle area having the like suede or nubuck up here. I always prefer like, I like leather materials better because they form to your foot basically. So this one definitely formed to my foot, and I was playing in these guys this past Friday night for the last time before I was going to write the actual performance review, and they actually ripped on me right here. As you can see, I don't know if it's going to show up that well. I did take a picture of them and put it in my Instagram story. I don't even know if it's still in my Instagram story. It may have already gone away by now, but you can definitely see where it ripped. You can actually see like the inner lining, I guess you could say, of the shoe in there behind the Nike swoosh. So I think that it basically cut like flush straight across the Nike check here. So I'm going to say there's probably some kind of like stitching defect basically on this pair. Nike has a really good return policy as well as a warranty policy, so I know that they'll take care of this. I'm not really worried about that whatsoever. And a lot of people have said, I've never actually had this problem before. I've never had to send anything back to Nike performance-wise that ripped on me or anything like that. So a lot of people have said that they'll give you a credit instead of sending you the same pair of shoes. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen at this point. But as I said, I know that they'll obviously take care of it. I'm not too worried about that. But I just wanted to go over with you guys that they did rip on me. I have talked to several other people that review sneakers, and they haven't had this issue at all with any of their pairs. I was about to say, like, these, obviously, I haven't even wore these yet, and I haven't wore the Kyrie Concepts pair yet either. The Concepts pair does have leather. I don't plan on playing in those, but they do have leather on the collar area as well, and I'm about to do an initial unboxing and review video on those this week, so guys, stay tuned for that. But as I was saying, basically, on this actual jet black pair here, I don't mind the materials. I really like the materials, and as I said, this was the pair, even just being an all black shoe, I actually preferred this pair performance-wise, obviously, over this pair just because of the leather collar, and it just didn't work out for me, as you can see here. But overall, guys, it's a stable shoe. It's a great shoe in the lockdown and containment category. I really had no issues with the shoe overall other than this right here. The only issue that I will say is a lot of people have asked me this question. When they tried them on, they said the shoe was super tight. for me personally, they did break in very well, rather quickly. It wasn't, I wouldn't say like 1 hour, but probably around 3 hours, I started to really feel them break in very well. Some reviewers have told me that they still feel that they're super tight, they're just not breaking in that well for them. But as I said, for me, they broke in very, very well overall. And I actually had a lot of fun in this shoe. I actually describe in my actual written review, I basically tell you guys that if there's one word that I could describe playing in the Kyrie 6, it's just fun. To me, it was just a fun shoe overall to play in. I mean, I even found myself a couple times that I tested in these that I was on my way to play and I just wasn't feeling it that night. Like I really didn't want to play that night for whatever reason. I guess I was just tired. And then when I got there, laced these up, started playing, I was like, I'm having a lot of fun. And I swear I feel like some of that was credited to actually playing in these sneakers. So overall, I would definitely recommend the Kyrie 6 to you guys. As I said, don't let this material flaw go against you purchasing a pair, because as I said, I think there was just an actual defect somewhere in the pair that I had. I mean, they ripped on me, and I'm giving you guys a great review on this shoe because overall that was not bad enough to me to basically I guess give you guys a bad review on it, because they did perform very, very well on the court. I actually had a little bit of an issue when I played in these as well. I thought I tore my calf muscle. Like I had I fell weird basically, and I don't know if it was on a jump shot and I got fouled, so to speak, just to make a long story short. And I don't know if maybe the way I fell, because it was a very awkward movement or fall, I would say. So I don't know if that's when this happened. I'm not really sure when it actually happened. I didn't even notice. Like I continued, well, I'll say this, I don't know when it happened while I was playing Friday night, but I didn't actually notice that they ripped until the next day. And the way that I noticed that they ripped is I had taken some pictures for my Instagram after I was done playing that night, Friday night. And in the picture, when I had looked back at what I had posted, I was like, there looks like there's a little rip right there in the actual shoe, because it was a picture of actually the side of this shoe. And when I went back and looked at the actual shoe in person, I noticed that they were ripped. So as I said, I don't know exactly how it happened, but that's how it all came to be, and I noticed it. So, you know, it's something, as I said, like I've said, I guess 10 times already, I know Nike will take care of it, and I'm not really worried about it. But overall, I definitely would recommend these, and I will say that you guys will be very, very happy hooping in those sneakers. Overall, I don't see any reason or any bad thing to say really about them overall. But thanks guys for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this performance review on the Nike Kyrie 6. And as I said earlier, let me know in the comment section below on any of the written performance reviews that I've made if you want an actual video review on those sneakers as well. But thanks again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And as always, we'll be back very, very soon with some more sneakers. Peace.